Top flight football in Jamaica. The Jamaica Premier League returned to SportsMax platforms on Sunday with 2 matches. Defending champions Cavalier defeated Arnett Gardens 2-1 in the opener, while Waterhouse also had a 2-1 victory over the returning Montego Bay United. 2 more matches were played on Monday. Well, George Davis, he was on commentary at the UEJFF Captain Horace Burrell Centre of Excellence. Let's join him now for a roundup.
So Jamaica Premier League action continuing here at the JFF Captain Horace Burrell Centre of Excellence at the UWI Mona campus, and 2 games. Vere United against Dunbeholden United, a battle of Clarendon and St. Catherine. And this contest, we saw 3 goals, the first of them, this cracking header from Bygrave, sending Dunbeholden in front. Really good header. Everything pretty about this finish. The cross no less pretty than the finish, but the finish something special, something CR7 would have been proud of. Bygrave copying his celebration there. Vere United took a long time to get up to speed, but when they did, this effort, Damien Hyatt, the goalkeeper, another confident effort to clear his lines, and the ball broke to Lamar Neal, his ex-Arnett Gardens teammate, who slid in to sweep home 4-1-1. And it looked at this point of Vere, as if Vere had taken a share of the points. But Harold Thomas, the Dunbeholden coach, had a card to play. That card had Jamil Hardware's face on it, and the number 5 came up to score number 2 for the team in blue. Dunbeholden 2-1 to the good late in the contest, and Vere couldn't overcome that deficit. Let's now hear from some of the key figures in today's game.
Yeah, we have been training very hard and squares and going on the line, but we have to ensure that we put away the goals after those squares. We have changed probably 2 or 3 personnel from last season, but it's the same thing, like associative and commutative law. 2 + 2 4, 10 - 6 4 still. So in terms of the depth on the bench, we're a little bit soft today because of vaccination reasons. So 3 or 4 senior players, they were out, but it will definitely get much better for us.
A performance of 2 halves. We started the match well, controlled the game. Then in the middle of the game, we got into a little funk. So eventually, we were able to come back at the end of the game. But it's not good enough for us, but it's still work in progress.
Dunbeholden winging after some stick play, especially in the first half. And then the second game of the doubleheader, Tivoli Gardens and Portmore United, a battle fought several times over in the history of top flight football in Jamaica. And in the first half, Tivoli, a slick moving machine. Thompson taking the pass from Oldham and requiring a big save from Eric Edwards. One of the few moments that Portmore had in the first half. Saniki Burton's effort turned behind. And then this build-up play. Brown exchanging passes with Oldham, runs on, gets the return pass, and the ex-Stats schoolboy crashes his shot low beyond Edwards' dive for 1-0. Tivoli full value for the lead. The better team in the first half, and they deserved it to end it with the lead. Brown thanking his God for giving him the strength to play this game in this JPL. And then late in the contest, when it looked as if all 3 points were destined for Tivoli Gardens, Shea Smith, a second half substitute, introduced by Lenny Hyde to bring something back, to claw something back for Portmore. That he did with the help of a deflection from Kimara Fleming's leg. And 1-1 how it finished. Portmore United coming from behind to take a share of the points against a Tivoli Gardens team very much deflated and disappointed at the end that their concentration let them down. They couldn't grab all 3 at the end. Let's hear from Odin Pennick, the man of the match.
Pretty good. We had it under control for a moment. As I said, a lack of concentration cost us the 3 points on the end, but it's good to have a point. It's better than none.
Well, we didn't start out well. As the game went on, we improved. We need to pass the ball some more. We were in an ace. We were rushing the game. We wasn't composed. So all of that we have to fix for the next game.
looking back at how we played last year in terms of our defensive fortitude, it's a very disappointed to have given up the lead at that point in the game. But you said it, we played really well in the first half. I think the legs went for us somewhat in the second half, and also concentration. But it's our first game. We have youngsters there playing their first at this level at the first time, so it's very encouraging going forward.
So we've seen 8 teams thus far in the second season of the JPL. All 8 of them have scored. Cavalier beating Arnett Gardens 2-1. Waterhouse downing Montego Bay United 2-1, both on opening day. Then Dunbeholden beating Vere United, and Tivoli Gardens and Portmore United, the first draw of this new season. The table looks like this. Waterhouse, Dunbeholden and Cavalier all have 3 points. Portmore and Tivoli a point each, and of the teams that have played already, the pointless ones, Arnett Gardens, Vere United and Mobay United. Games to come on SportsMax, the Jamaica Premier League, Tuesday, 12:45, 1:45 ECT. Harbourview tackle Malines United. And Mount Pleasant Academy battle another team from Clarendon, Humberland. So we've seen good action from the Jamaica Premier League so far, and based on the quality on show this early in the campaign, I'm very hopeful, very confident that the 2 remaining games in match week 1 will offer thrills and excitement.
Well, the Jamaica Premier League off and running, and of course we'll have live coverage just for you. Lance, we see Dunbeholden starting with full 3 points a win, and then Tivoli and Portmore sharing the points.
Yeah, good start. George mentioned it just now, because when the league was restarted last year, June, there was clearly a lacking in quality, because there was so much time passed and a lot of inferior preparation for the tournament and so on. But the start of the season here, to me, has been impressive, to be honest. The 2 games yesterday, we saw Waterhouse and Cavalier winning yesterday. We saw good football in both matches. There was good football today as well. So I agree with George that the start of the 2022 season promises a lot more than what we saw when the tournament was resuscitated last year, June. Good to see Montego Bay United back in action after being relegated back in 2019, their first outing since March 2019 in Premier League football. They did reasonably well yesterday, but were beaten 2-1 by a Waterhouse team that are very, very classy. And I'm looking forward to a very, very solid Jamaica Premier League season in 22.
Definitely excited. The Jamaica Premier League has already started with a bang, and you can catch all the live action right here on SportsMax. You can also head across and download our app. In case you're on the road, you don't want to miss a moment of the action.